Hey, what's up, everyone? This is your host of the Startup Junkie, and today I want to talk about whether or not we should 100% reopen the economy, and especially in light of the news that the House and the Senate cannot come to some amicable conclusion on whether or not to give a second stimulus package. Check out the show. Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome to today's Startup Junkie. Yes, we are having a great time. Why? Because it is the day before Friday, meaning that we're just that one step closer to the weekend, but yet doesn't really even matter because honestly, with the staycation and the shut-ins and all these different things, it just kind of seems like every day is pretty much running together. Okay, but anyway. Thanks everyone for checking out the Startup Junkie. I'm your host, AJ. And today we are going to touch on a topic, and I'm going to be honest with you. We're specifically touching on this topic and why I selected to actually do this topic today, whether or not we should reopen 100% the economy purely based on a couple of factors. Okay. And I'm going to let you know what those factors are in just a second. But first, I am asking you to like and subscribe my channel. All right. If you're on Facebook, do it. If you're on YouTube, do it. Subscribe, become a follower. If you're on Periscope, become a follower / Twitter. Just know that we are dedicated 100% to the entrepreneur, dedicated to small business, and dedicated to helping you grow your startup profits and to scale. All right, so here are the factors that actually led to today's topic. All right, let me just kind of share a little bit here. All right, so should we reopen the economy? Now, there are two primary factors on why I'm actually doing this show today. All right, the first factor is, okay, yesterday, the House and the Senate kind of had a discussion, all right? And the discussion all centered around the second stimulus package, right? Or what you would call CARES Act 2 or phase 4 of stimulus, right? And what was proposed would cost like $1 trillion. Don't believe me, Google it for yourself, or just always click on any of the links that I provide inside of my live post. Why? Because I believe in giving you relevant but cited information. All right. So basically, on the Senate side, Mitch McConnell was saying, hey, let's just wait and see. You know what I mean? And on the House side, with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer specifically said, well, people don't have time to wait and see, right? So now that's the first factor on why we are having this show today and why I'm posing the question to you, and I'm asking you to jump in and give your comments and also share this post to anyone you feel like, it affects and it's relevant to. Now, because I'm in Texas, right? The second factor is just announced. Governor Greg Abbott has announced that certain businesses will, not only businesses actually started reopening on May 1st, right? But certain businesses starting tomorrow can reopen. And that includes hair salons, nail salons, barbershops, etc. No worries, I'm going to give you some detail here in just a second. And there is a link inside here that actually leads to the governor's website, or the Texas governor's website, okay? And I know I'm in Texas, but this still may apply to you. If you're watching, no matter where you are, all over the world, we have tons and tons of people checking in from everywhere. All right, so here is the thing, though, okay? Most of my friends operate, or a lot of my friends operate in the space of personal development, mental and physical personal development, They own Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gyms. They own MMA gyms. They own boxing gyms. They own some type of self-care facility, right? And I say self-care because, as most of you know, about a year and a half ago, I was a complete fat ass. Now I'm not, okay? Because I took it upon myself to actually go to one of those gyms. Thank you, Saul Solis, Metro Fight Club. #1 MMA gym, period, hands down. Okay, MMA trainer, #1, hands down. Yes, I'm sending that shout out. But anyway, let me get back to the subject. Starting May 18th, gyms will be, allowed to open, right? Now, because I know so many people in this space, I know that it has been absolutely 100% tough for them to, maintain paying rent without people actually coming to the gym, without people actually paying dues, right? So, because of that, I am posing the question. With the uncertainty in Congress right now, do you think that we should be 100% reopening gyms? And here's another caveat. Texas has about, and I'm only speaking for my state because it's definitely going to be different for your state, but Texas has about 29 million people in the state, but yet Texas is probably administered less than 300,000 tests, right? So we're looking at about a 1% testing rate, okay? Don't believe me. Check the CBS News link inside of this feed. There's no fake news here. That's only relevant cited sources. Now, here's the thing, and I have no idea why I always knock my coffee down. But anyway, here's the point, all right? Do you think we should reopen the economy? Well, to be honest with you, because I'm so close to so many people who have been drastically and dramatically affected by this, I'm kind of conflicted, okay? And this is just me, okay? Now, just to give you some update on what's happening in Texas, okay? Basically, retail services, in-store retail services, dine-in restaurants, and this all happened as of May 1st, okay? Movie theaters, shopping malls, museums, and libraries were allowed to, or will be allowed to, all right? Will be allowed to, actually, no, they were allowed to open May 1st, right? Starting, starting tomorrow, which is Friday, May 8th at 12:01, cosmetology salons, hair salons, barbershops, nail shops, tanning salons, swimming pools, and alike will be able to open, okay? And of course, let me give you the magic number here, the magic percentage number, okay? The magic percentage number is 25% occupancy for all of these businesses, right? But there are very specific things that these businesses need to do in order to be in accordance or in line with the guidelines for actually reopening. And I recommend that everyone check out the governor's website link that's actually in this post, okay? And I know a lot of you are chiming in. If you could just give me a second, I'll get to you in just a second. I appreciate you giving me your comments. Oh, man, it's a lot of people. A lot of people. All right, but so before I get deeper into it, before I thank all you guys, let me just kind of share the rest of what is supposed to happen on May 18th, or what can happen on May 18th, all right? Starting 12:01 a.m. on Monday, May 18th, services provided by office workers in offices that operate up to the greater of 5 individuals or 25% of the total office basically can reopen. And that is our company, okay? So that's why you've been seeing so much of me here, okay? Because, hell, I mean, besides doing work at home, there's I got more time to bring you this. Now, this also includes gyms, right? But there are very specific things as it relates to gyms, okay? And let me read to you what those things are as it relates to gyms. All right, let me finish that. Manufacturing services for facilities that operate they can operate up to 25% total listed occupancy within their facilities. But as it relates to gyms and exercise facilities and classes that operate, they can operate up to 25% of the total listed occupancy of the gym or exercise facility, provided, however, that locker rooms, shower facilities must remain closed, but restrooms can remain open. Now, a lot of you guys are chiming in saying, no, I don't think so. Yes, I think so. It's okay. And it's up to the people. But the reason why I'm posing this question to you is because, let's just face it. And like I said, I'm real conflicted with this because I'm so close to it and so close to many people who actually own gyms, okay? And people who, own hair salons, who own barbershops, who owned all of these service facilities and what I call care facilities, because I'm not talking about like a care facility like a daycare or anything like that. I'm talking about where personal care and personal development actually occurs, right? Or enhancement of beauty, like salons and barbershops, etc. Now, let me just say this. I 100% think that something has got to give. If Washington is having an issue and they can't get their ish together, what are you supposed to do? Right? Right? We all know, based on reports, you can Google this. You can look at CNBC.com. You can look at Fox News. You can look at all of this. You can confirm this, that the jobless claims jumped up literally from 30 million last week to 33.5 million this week, right? And so the unemployment numbers and the unemployment rate is supposed to come out tomorrow, all right? So we're going to find out what it truly is tomorrow. Now, how do you feel about it? Okay? So what I'm going to start doing right now is I'm going to kind of take some of your acknowledge some of you guys online and see what you have to say. Okay, so Tori Smith says gyms are too risky, especially with testing capacity being so low. Okay, so let me just say this. I get you, Tori. I get you. However, we can't isolate and just point out gyms. What about salons? Okay, because there is a 6-foot rule, right? There is a 6-foot rule, and that's kind of like in effect for salons and barbershops and stuff. The whole social distancing thing is in effect. What about the salons that go through the extra of placing, which they're by the way, they're supposed to place patrons 6 feet apart, some chairs apart, right? And what about salons that have taken the extra step, salons, barbershops, etc., taking the extra step of actually putting up plexiglass? What about that? Okay. What about the fact that there are so many people, especially in Houston, that don't give a shit about wearing a mask? They don't. Okay. I went to Walmart yesterday, just driving in, because let me tell you what inspired me to do it. I actually saw a Ricky Smiley video where and it was like a month or so ago. Ricky Smiley did this video, got millions of views. He was talking about the people at Walmart. So I had to go see it for myself. And besides, I talked to a buddy of mine. He told me, yeah, man, people just fucking walking in. They don't care, right? So I went to Walmart, parking lot, people just walking in, mask, no mask that is. Very few people have masks on, right? So as far as the gyms go, the gyms, the healthcare facilities, they're businesses too. Right? So, this is a tough one for me. I'm going to completely be honest. It's a tough one for me. A friend of mine, don't worry, Tori, I'm going to get to you. A friend of mine told me, he goes, hey, man, there are some steps that I'm going to take. I'm not going to share exactly what he said to me, but you can best believe he's talking about 100% protecting the patrons of his gym. Okay? But I will say this. This is probably the most conflicted, this is probably in my lifetime the biggest conundrum that we've ever faced. Me being a business owner, me being an entrepreneur, thinking, okay, can I get my people back into the office? Can I get my people back out on the streets? Can I get my people back to sales? Guess what? I've already been doing that. You know how I've been doing that? Like I said to you earlier, my business has not been affected because we've primarily been doing business the Amazon way. And that's leveraging technology out the wazoo to deliver products and services. Well, primarily services to customers. However, it still does affect me ultimately when it comes to social distancing. So let me see what else you're saying here, Tori. All right. So Tori, you're saying totally understood about businesses that have personnel have to be in close quarters with patrons. And the funny thing about Tori, because I know Tori, you're a business owner that requires face-to-face. You know it. You know it, right? All right. So I know it's definitely got to be affecting your business as well. So let me see what Wanderland is saying. Miss Simpson, wear a mask when being serviced. These folks have to eat. No money given to our small businesses, so we need to work. I didn't get a dime. Work. Now, see, that's a different perspective, and I got to tell you, I'm with you, Miss Simpson. Yeah, I know your name is Wanderland, but I'm gonna call you Miss Simpson. You know why I'm with you? Because I wish I had it in front of me, but I don't. But I have my number where when you actually go to the COVID-19 relief .sba.gov website, when you go to that website and you fill out that loan application, and you're supposed to get that grant, that immediate grant for $1,000 for each employee that you actually have working within your business, including you count yourself as an employee, up to $10,000. I haven't gotten shit yet, and it's been a long time. All right, I haven't gotten a dime. Okay, I have not gotten a dime. Okay, and so I get you. So get back to work. That's her opinion. All right. So Tori, of course I know you've been leveraging technology. All right. Of course I know that. Okay. But I'm saying though, because of the business you're in, I know you like the face-to-face. I mean, I know you and your wife, I mean, you have a thriving practice, and I know you all love to actually interact with people because you're people. Okay. So I get it. But my brother, you've adapted. Okay. I get it. All right. So I'm going to leave you with this. Okay. I'm going to leave this post up, and I want you to drop a comment in this post, and I want you to share this post. But when you share this post, I want you to ask, should we reopen the economy? Okay. I'm encouraging you to ask people to watch this video because personally, I have a conundrum with this, right? Because I know that if we're depending on, Washington, hell, we may be waiting. Okay. There are people who still haven't gotten their stimulus check. CARES Act 1. They still haven't gotten a stimulus check, which is absolutely ridiculous. There are people who have not, okay, listen to this. There are people who have not gotten unemployment, but they applied weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago, right? And on the other hand, there are people that realize that, hey, if I go back to work, and if I am getting unemployment is actually paying, in many cases, more than what people are actually working on their jobs. And that's for my Republican friend. You know who you are, the one who posts all that craziness. And I'm calling it craziness. I love you, brother, but some of your stuff is over the top, okay? You know who you are, senior. You know who you are, right? So what do we do? That's my question to you, okay? And so today's show was really just about posing the question to you and asking you to share this post, okay? I'm also going to ask you to check out the links. Don't take my word for it. Take anything that I'm saying about what businesses should open or should not open, or the guidelines or how they should reopen as of May, all the way up to May 18th. Check out the governor's website. The link is in this post. If you're in Texas, if you're in another state, definitely just Google it. Okay, it's real simple. When should businesses reopen in Florida? When should businesses reopen in whatever state you're in? Okay. Also, I ask that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is in this link. And if you love podcasts, be sure to check out the Startup Junkie live podcast on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, as well as iHeart Media. Until tomorrow, everyone, I'm AJ. I'm going to leave you with my new intro. Thank you so very, very, very much. Take care.